Today we're going to change out the cabin air filter in my 2003 Nissan Sentra. Just as a reminder, this is for a cabin air filter, which is different from your engine air filter. The tools you're going to need are a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, then of course your filter. A quick discussion before we get into changing out the old filter is the types and quality of a cabin air filter. If you just want to see the process, feel free to skip to that part. There are 5 types of cabin air filters. The first being a basic filter or a particulate filter. Second, a carbon filter. There are 2 types of these, that being charcoal filters and activated carbon filters, with activated carbon being much better. Today, the one I'm changing into my car is the activated carbon type. Third, antimicrobial filters, which have protection against bacteria, mold, and mildew. Antimicrobial filters usually also feature activated carbon. Fourth, electrostatic filters, which use a static charge to attract and trap pollutants. Fifth, a HEPA filter, which is extremely effective at trapping particulates. My personal choice would be antimicrobial, as it has greater effectiveness against bacteria, mold, and mildew, along with the benefits of activated carbon, and they're usually not too expensive. HEPA filters are definitely great at trapping pollutants, but they greatly reduce airflow, which is something I don't want in my car. Also, buying your filters online is much cheaper compared to buying at an auto parts store. I bought this activated carbon filter from Spearhead for $12, which is a pretty good deal. Of course, find the cabin air filter that fits your make and model of vehicle. First, you're going to drop your glove box, and then you're going to find 2 pins, one on this side and one on the opposite side. And then you're going to take this end of the pin and push it down away from you. Then you're going to take your flathead screwdriver and then pry it against the body of the glove box. Only slightly. You don't need to pull it all the way out. And then you're going to do the same to the other side, but with the previous owner, I believe they broke it and they just left this small little bar in its place, which works fine, but you're not going to find this in your vehicle most likely. Second, you're going to want to push the housing to the right and just slide it on down. There you go, and it pops right out. You just have 4 screws holding down the housing and this pin right here. And so I would suggest starting with taking out the 2 screws right here holding the pin. There we go. Just leave that somewhere you're going to remember to find. Now you're going to want to pull down this locking pin by just pushing it forward. Comes out just like that. Then you're going to want to pull down this housing, also just grabbing right here and then holding about right here and just pulling it down, and it comes right out. Next, you're going to want to pull these 2 pins out so you can get access to the cabin air filter. So you just want to pull towards you right there and right there. It's going to be a little rough to pull it out since these pins are these clips are so long, but that's just that right there. And now you can see your cabin air filter, your old one is right here. And then finally you're going to pull out the old filter. And this one right here has been inside for about almost a year. So let's see if I can get access to it. It's a tight fit, but I seem to got it. That is not that bad. Look at that. There's a lot of stuff in there, but definitely not what I was expecting. Now we're going to take out our new filter and put it in the housing. This one came with 2 strips to maintain the integrity of the filter, and they're right here, and you're supposed to put it parallel to the pleats over here. So let's take that out. There we go. And look at this. Very nice. Came with instructions. And this is activated carbon, and you can see how dark it is compared to the old one, which is just antimicrobial, I believe it. I don't think it has any activated carbon. And testing from the weight, this new one is much heavier. Wow, pretty nice. Now we're gonna add these strips to the side because they came with the package. So let's see. There we go. Put that to the end right there. And bring that down. Oh. I don't want that to mess with the interference of the fit. There we go. That is solid. There we go. Now I just repeat to the other side. There we go. Perfect. Just like that. Nothing to it. Now when you're going to be installing the new filter, and you're going to want the arrow facing down towards the blower motor right here. And in the owner's manual, it even says facing down towards the rear of the vehicle, so just make sure it's down. Let's see if I can get this right. Can't see from this angle. All right, there you go. You just want to slide that in. It might stop at one point. You just got to give it a little bit of shake. In the last shot, I couldn't see properly, but it was just caught on something in the back. You just have to angle it properly, and it'll just slide right in. Boom. Perfect. And then you just want to grab your cover, and then you just want to pop this in, just like that. And then just do everything in reverse, which is what we're going to show you right now. Now when you're reinstalling this back in, you want to angle this towards the back right here, just like that, and then it just simply pops in like that. Then you take your locking pin for your glove box, and you put it right back in. When you screw these back in, you just want them to be snug, not overly tight, because these screws are especially soft, so you don't want to strip them and create a new problem for yourself. Now you just want to take your glove box and angle it back in. There you go. Now you're just going to want to put the pin back in, just pop that in, and then turn it towards yourself. It's going to adjust itself, and if you do have a metal bar like me, just put it back where it needs to go. But I doubt you have that, so just put your regular pin back in, close it up, and a job well done. Until next time.